would like to call this village board meeting of Thursday, October 5, 2023 to order. Will Ms. Jazz please take the roll?
President Coker?
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Here.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Here.
Trustee Light? Trustee Meritato?
Here.
Trustee Pojek?
Here.
Trustee Schroeder?
Here.
Bless you.
Please stand and join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Community announcement. Trustee Schmidt, please.
Okay, before I start, I'd like to pay tribute to a member of our community this past week, Wolfgang Bayer, former owner of Schnitzel Flats and the driving force between Glendale Heights Oktoberfest. He was also a member of the police pension board and generally a good guy, so condolences to his family. Okay, please note an important address change for the September water bills. The mailing address is now Village of Glendale Heights, P.O. Box 8297, Carroll Stream, Illinois, 60197-8297. Failure to update to this new address may result in the delay of your payment being applied to your account. If you have any questions about this address change, please contact the Water Billing Division at 630-260-6000. With the arrival of the fall season, the Village of Glendale Heights, along with the Glenside and Bloomingdale Fire Protection District, would like to remind residents that it is unlawful for any uncontrolled burning of landscape waste. Fires in approved containers, like fire pits, are allowed as long as they are at least 15 feet from any structure that includes fences and picnic tables. For more information, please contact the Glenside Fire Protection District at 630-668-5323 or Bloomingdale Fire Protection District at 630-894-9080.
You're welcome. District 2
Stop by
Trustee.
Veterans Memorial Park on Thursdays for Glendale Heights Seasonal Market. Shop for local produce, crafts, and more from locally sourced vendors. The market runs every Thursday with a new time of 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you would like to be a vendor or for more information, please contact Tanya Mako at 630-909-5459. The village of Glendale Heights is getting in the Halloween spirit. Halloween is on Tuesday, October 31st, and we would like to remind residents that trick-or-treating hours are from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Also on Halloween evening, we invite children 15 and under to come and trick-or-treat at the Safety Town Halloween for a safe and family-friendly event. Safety Town Halloween runs from 4 p.m. till 7 p.m. For more information on Safety Town Halloween, please contact Tanya Mako at 630-909-5459.
Ms. Jazz.
Thank you. The Glendale Heights Police Department is proud to present Brittany's Trees, a local tradition and nationally recognized organization that celebrates the holidays and memory of Brittany Bellini. Brittany was a young girl from Carroll Stream who loved Christmas trees, but unfortunately passed away in 2005 from a heart condition. Money raised from the sale of Brittany's trees goes to support the Sudden Arrhythmia Death Syndromes Foundation. Officers will be delivering and setting up Brittany's trees on Saturday, November 26th. To order your Brittany's trees, please visit the village website at www.glendaleheights.org. For more information, please call the Glendale Heights Police Department's non-emergency number at 630-260-6070. Thank you.
You're welcome. Trustee Pat.
It's time to get into the Halloween spirit with our at-home pumpkin carving contest. Carve and decorate your best pumpkin and send it over to the Sports Hub for a chance to win a Sport Hub gift card. Completed pumpkins are due October 22nd and will be posted to the Sports Hub Facebook page for voting. For more information, please contact Jessica at 630-260-6060. Thank you.
You're welcome. Trustee Pojek, please.
In the last 3 weeks, we lost two village icons, Mayor Linda Jackson and now Wolfgang Weiger, a great businessman who owned Schnitzel Class Restaurant for many years and also sponsors our great Oktoberfest for the past 11 years. May they rest in peace. They will be missed. Thank you. During the months of October and November, parking restrictions will be in effect from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. due to street sweeping. Color-coded no parking signs are posted in 4 different zones throughout the village. Parking is prohibited on Monday for the red zone, Tuesday for the blue zone, Wednesday for the green zone, and Friday for the brown zone. To find out your zone, visit the village website. For any questions on the street sweeping program, please contact Public Works at 630-260-6040.
Trustee Schroeder, please.
The next coffee and chat with the village president and board will be on Saturday, October the 7th at the Center for Senior Citizens. It's from 10 a.m. to noon. And if you are unable to attend and have any comments, suggestions, or questions for the village president or the village board, please call the village president's office anytime at 630-909-5303. 5302, I beg your pardon.
Thank you, Ms. Mary. We have the following proclamations tonight. A proclamation to proclaim the month of October as National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. A proclamation to proclaim the month of October as Filipino American History Month. A proclamation to proclaim the month of October as Art DuPage Month. A proclamation to proclaim the month of October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. If there are no objection, I will sign these proclamations. Any objection? No, okay. Is there anyone in the public that would like to address this board on an agenda items only? From public, anyone? None? You have the consent agenda before you. Board Acting Village Administrator, Mr. Flint, please read the consent agenda.
Thank you, Mayor. Consent agenda 1, approval of the regular board meeting minutes of September 21st, 2023. 2, approval of the committee of the whole meeting minutes of September 21st, 2023. 3, approval of the accounts payable listing of October 5, 2023 in the amount of $3,681,171.22. 4, resolution to approve and authorize the execution of a change order number 1 to the agreement between Village of Glendale Heights, Illinois and Christopher B. Burke Engineering Limited for the furnishing professional Phase 2 design engineering services for the West Fullerton Avenue Surface Transportation Program resurfacing project. 5, resolution authorizing local appropriations for construction of the West Fullerton Avenue resurfacing project, tip number 08-20-0055, job number C-91-009-22, project number 1, QRB 658. 6, resolution to approve and authorize the execution of a change order to the agreement between the Village of Glendale Heights, Illinois and Trotter and Associates Incorporated for the furnishing professional engineering services for the water and sewer rate study project. 7, resolution authorizing the issuance of a notice of award and authorizing the execution of a contract for the printing of the 2023-2024 Recreation Activity Guide. 8, resolution to approve and authorize the execution of change order number 1, final to the agreement between the Village of Glendale Heights, Illinois and Concentric Integration LLC for the Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition SCADA System Improvements Project. 9, resolution to authorize the amendment of allocation of MFT funds to the 2023 Residential Road Improvement Program, IDOT. 10, a motion to approve pay request number 1 to DCG Roofing Solutions Incorporated for the wastewater treatment plant roof replacement project Total amount not to exceed $232,470. 11, motion to approve pay request number 3, final, to Michael's Trenchless Incorporated for the Jacobson Avenue Storm Sewer Lining Project. Total amount not to exceed $21,496.77. 12, motion to approve pay request number 2 to Hoare Construction Incorporated for the North Avenue I&I Repairs Project Phase 2 in total amount not to exceed $179,483.61. 13, motion to approve pay request number 1 to J.A. Johnson Paving Company for the 2023 MFT Road Program, total amount not to exceed $1,438,070.71. 14 is approval of consent items.
Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda? I need motion. Trustee Smith,
Move we adopt the consent agenda as presented.
trustee Pojek.
So moved.
Discussion? None? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
Trustee Schroeder?
Yes.
Old business, there is none. New business. A motion to waive first reading on new business items 5 to 8. Is there a motion to waive first reading on new business item 5 to 8? Any motion for that? Trustee Schmidt
So moved.
and trustee Schroeder.
Second.
Discussion. None. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
Trustee Schroeder?
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
The motion to waive first reading on new business item 5 to 8 is approved. Number 2, an ordinance to amend Chapter 6 entitled Village President and Board of Trustees of title entitled Administration of the Village Code of the Village, Glendale Heights, LNI, public discussion from September 21st, 2023, COW, first reading. Number 3, an ordinance to amend Chapter 17 entitled House and Garage Sale of Title 4 entitled Business and License Regulations of the Village Code of the Village of Glendale Heights, LNI, Garage Sale Permit from the September 21st, 2023 COW, first reading. Number 4, an ordinance to approve and authorize the execution of an agreement for professional services by and between Alliance Insurance Services Incorporated and the Village of Glendale Heights, first reading. Number 5, an ordinance granting a conditional use to permit a restaurant with drive-through facility located at 2065 Bloomingdale Road in the Village of Glendale Heights, Illinois, Jimmy John's, from the September 21st, 2023 COW, request to waive first reading ordinance 2023-66. Is there a motion to adopt ordinance 2023-66? Any motion for that? Trustee Schroeder,
So moved.
second, who second?
So, second.
Trustee Pojek, second. Roll call vote. Discussions? No, none? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
Trustee Schroeder?
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
The motion to adopt ordinance 2023-66 is approved. Number 6, an ordinance to approve and authorize sign variations from Jimmy John's at 2065 Bloomingdale Road in the Village of Glendale Heights, Illinois, from September 21, 2023 COW, request to waive first reading ordinance 2023-67. Is there a motion to adopt ordinance 2023-67 2023-63. I need motion for that. 67? 67. Trustee Schroeder,
So moved.
second trustee Schmidt.
Second.
Discussion? No? None? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
Trustee Schroeder,
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
The motion to adopt ordinance 2023-67 is approved. Number 7, an ordinance to waive bid and accept the proposal of Polydyne Incorporated and authorizing the execution of a notice of award purchase order for the purchase of polymer for use at the waste water treatment plant. Request to waive first reading ordinance 2023-68. Is there a motion to adopt ordinance 2023-68? Trustee Schroeder,
So moved.
second, who's second? Hello, trustee, I need second. Trustee Pojek.
Second.
Trustee Pojek, second. Discussion. Roll call vote.
Trustee Schroeder,
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
The motion to adopt ordinance 2023-68 is approved. Number 8, an ordinance to waive bid and accept the proposal of Tramco Pump Company for the repair of one legacy Fairbank non-clog pump for the wastewater treatment plant. Request to waive first reading ordinance 2023-69. Is there a motion to adopt ordinance 2023-69? Trustee Schmidt,
So moved.
Trustee Schroeder.
Second.
Discussion. None. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
Trustee Schroeder,
Yes.
The motion to adopt ordinance 2023-69 is approved. Public discussion of agenda items. We now go on to public discussion of agenda items. Is there anyone in the public that would like to address this board on an agenda item only?
Good evening, Mr. Epstein, Glendale Heights, Illinois. Mr. Kokar, I want to applaud you. In 2022, you only received $9,000 in compensation from the village. The previous years,
Yeah, Mr. Epstein, is this an agenda item?
this is part of the Village President Board of Trustees Administration Village Code, the discussion regarding his compensation.
And where is that on the agenda?
Is that not number 2 under new business?
No.
No?
Well, it wasn't clearly spelled out, because it was brought, said from the 921 cow meeting,
Yeah, it's from the, reducing the minutes from 5 to 3 minutes for public
where
discussion.
there was also discussion of his car.
That's not what the ordinance is about.
Well,
The COW may have discussed that, but that's not on the agenda.
all right, well, it says COW, it says from the COW there.
Correct, because it was from the COW, that ordinance.
All right, well, Mr. Kokar, may I discuss this at this point in time, since you are in charge of this meeting?
No, Mr. Epstein, you have to wait for COW.
Well, I'm just concerned that I'm going to be shut down after I explained how the expenses were doled out to all the trustees and how you were not.
I would request Board of Trustees, if they give you permission, you can talk.
So you could talk about it at the COW, you just can't talk about it.
All right, well, I hope, I have my time during the COW.
Yeah, sure. Anyone else from public?
Michael Ontiveros, Glendale Heights. Items number 7 and 8, a way to put to bid. Is this the first time that we've ever done a right to waive bid on a proposal?
No.
No? I'm just asking the statement, have we in the past refused to ask for an RFP and just went right to the bid that came to us?
For products such as this, that are really the only product we can use for the polymer,
Okay, but I just want a clarification that we have done a no bid on these things
but
as
this
far
is
as
a,
an
it's
RFP.
a proprietary product to the treatment plant.
They're sole source products, you can only get it from one product,
Right.
one place, so the law allows you to waive bids.
We have two bids for this product.
For this particular product, 7 and
Yes.
8, but I was just getting a clarification, but this is not the first time we've actually waived the right for a bid, right? It's been done in the past.
Depends on what the bid is and what the product is.
We still seek proposals for things, just because we waive the bid, we still continue seeking proposals,
Okay, but I was just asking the question, we've done that in the past, and we have.
and many times.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, please, go ahead.
Hello, Richard Ambrose, Glendale Heights. This is my first one of these, so I apologize for my ignorance on this. Article 3, the garage sale permit, I'm just looking to get some clarification on what that entails.
So the ordinance is being rewritten to reduce the fee for those over the age of 60 to $5, but the fee for those under the age of 60 will be 10.
Okay, perfect. And then the first article, the second article, I heard someone say it was reducing minutes of time as far from 5 to 3 minutes, and that would be for the public comments to the committee?
Correct.
Okay.
It also allows only you to speak one time.
Okay. I think the idea of speaking one time is correct. I believe lowering that to 3 minutes is inappropriate. So, thank you.
Anybody else from public? There's none. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Trustee Siddiqui, motion to adjourn. Second? Second?
Second.
Trustee Pat?
Second.
Second. Roll call vote, please.
President Coker?
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
Trustee Schroeder.
Yes.
This meeting is adjourned. Trustee Schmidt, you have the committee of the whole meeting.
Okay. I'd like to call this committee of the whole meeting of Thursday, October 5th, 2023 to order. Would the clerk please note who is present?
So noted.
Thank you. Does anyone have any additions or deletions?
Elected officials.
Elected officials?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Elected officials.
Right. Chester?
I'd like to make a correction. She's the secretary, she's not the clerk. You mentioned her as the clerk, she's the secretary. Marie is the clerk.
She is acting clerk tonight.
Well, so be it, but I disagree there.
Okay, there are.
You always disagree, but nothing.
I always disagree.
One item I'd like to add, if possible. I'd like to brief the board on the results of community development search for a software program and talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
I have three: seasonal market,
Seasonal market.
shrubs and vegetation at Western and North Avenue.
What was it?
Shrubs and vegetation at Western and North Avenue in that intersection. And key card access.
Okay. Good, all right. Is there anyone in the public that would like to address the board on an agenda item only? Okay. Then we move to committee recommendations. From the Planning and Zoning Commission, recommendation to approve an application for a conditional use to allow a restaurant, eat-in / carry-out, serving alcoholic beverages in a C2 Community Commercial District for Vicky Ventures LLC, doing business as Vicky's Gaming Parlor, located at 2053 Bloomingdale Road. Mike, would you care to present anything, any information on this?
Certainly, I can speak to it. So this is a gaming parlor, and it's coming in to replace what was previously a gaming parlor. So went to the plan commission and received approval. It's pretty straightforward. I don't know if the board has any specific questions.
The applicant's here as well.
Okay. Any discussion? Okay, can I have a motion, please?
I have one question. Is the alcohol being served in that facility?
They have a liquor license, yes.
They have,
Okay, can I have a motion?
Yes,
President Coker?
yes,
To approve?
to approve it, right?
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Concur with the recommendation.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Pat, okay. We have a roll call vote,
Do you
please.
want any more discussion first? Discussion, and then
Well,
if there's any.
I asked for
No,
discussion
there's no
before
discussion.
the motion, so, any further discussion? Okay, then roll call vote.
Trustee Siddiqui?
yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
Trustee Schroeder,
Yes.
President Coker?
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes. Okay, now we have discussion regarding the Village of Glendale Heights Transfer Real Estate Inspection Program, the ad hoc committee formation. Trustee Meritato?
I'd like the board to consider this committee that was started, the last committee for this ad hoc committee was, let's see, 26/3/21. This committee was put together. And I'd like to keep the same committee together now so we can move forward and take a look at it.
Could you name the people in the committee?
Okay, it was myself, Mike Light, Mohammed, Ray Gerald, he's a resident, and April. Man, I'm not gonna say her last name because,
Hieronymus.
okay. Cause that would've been a mess. So, I like to keep the committee together, so I need a motion from anybody if you have
Motion.
any.
Motion to go forward.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah. I put the motion.
You put the motion?
Yeah.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Nobody knows discussion, you know, I want,
Discussion now. after-
Okay, is there a
after the
discussion?
yes, I want.
Chester?
Yeah, Pat, have you notified these people or asked them or?
I think, no, I didn't, actually, because I wanna wait to see what the board wants to do, cause I'll just have Doug call everybody up and see if they still wanna be on the committee, which I'm pretty sure they do,
They do.
They do?
so.
They do.
Good.
Okay, any further discussion?
Yes. Our ComDev department staff has done a lot of work on recommendations and all that. Recommendations are very good. And I believe that giving this to ad hoc committee will waste time of the staff, of the trustees, and a lot of time and delay, it will delay, village function, So those principles which have been settled, I think department is efficient and capable to handle all those stuff. So my recommendation is that we should bring that to COW or directly to board instead of delaying this process,
Okay. Further discussion? Chester?
I agree with Pat. I think we should try and keep this original committee before. We didn't have any more work for them. Now we do. We have to do something. We can't, ComDev is loaded with a lot of stuff right now. Am I correct, Mike? You're loaded.
We have quite a bit to do.
Yes. So I think this will be helping you guys out tremendously. That's my opinion.
Okay, is there further discussion? Okay. Peter?
Mr. Chairman, if I can make a recommendation, I think that there should be two motions. One is to reform the committee, and the other one is to accept the appointments that were recommended.
Okay. Is there a motion to reform the committee? Trustee Meritato?
I'll make a motion to reform the committee.
Second.
Okay. Mohammed? Okay, discussion on that. Okay, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
Trustee Schroeder,
Yes.
President Coker?
No.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Okay, and the second motion is to reappoint the same people to the committee as were appointed before, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, is there a motion to that effect?
Motion to,
No, there is objection to this motion. Trustee Siddiqui, he was member as a resident, and since he has been elected trustee, he cannot be as a resident member as a resident. So he can attend as a trustee, but he cannot be member as a resident.
so who is saying that as a resident, I'm attending this committee as a trustee? Where
Okay,
did
yeah,
you
you can do it, right?
Yeah, where did you see the resident?
You also could be on the committee,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Mary?
I'll second it.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
any further discussion? Okay, can we have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Pojek?
Definitely.
Trustee Schroeder,
Yes.
President Coker?
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, is there anyone in the public who would like to address this board? I'm sorry, your speaker is not here to introduce you.
What a letdown to not get my intro.
Ed Pope.
Wayne
Glendale
Avenue.
Heights, Wayne Avenue. Ta-da.
Thank you. Hold on, I can get my phone right so I get the info right. I know, Peter, start the clock. I would like to ask the board to consider something that I believe was overlooked. I don't believe it was with malice. It was just grossly neglected, and I would like you to consider something. Gina Thorson died in February of 2012, and I would like to ask the board to consider naming the hall at the senior center after her. We have several other places in town that are named after people, and you know, Gina was just the spark, the light of this village. I literally didn't love anyone more than her when I was here, and you know, everybody knows her catchphrase, "I love your face," and I just think that she was kind of overlooked, and it kind of sparked my brain when we were talking about renaming the senior center after Linda, which everybody knew was always going to happen. It wasn't like it was a secret or anything. But I always thought Gina deserved something. She was a 37-year resident, and I believe she was maybe 20 plus years, you know, here, and she was our public relations. You couldn't go anywhere and not see her beautiful smiling face. She knew everyone by name. you know, at the holidays, she made little things and gave them out to the kids at her own expenses. I mean, she was just one of the most wonderful people in the world. So I'm asking that you would consider naming the room when you walk into the senior center, maybe the Gina Thorson room. I just think it would be a great honor for her. I know her family would love that, and I really think she deserves it. She really, as much as people talk about how much Linda Jackson loved this village, I think Gina was that much or more possibly. So I would ask you to please consider that.
Bill? We do recognize Gina on National Night Out during our blood drive, and we have the blood drive in Gina's name since she had a blood cancer.
I know, but you know, when you're like, even these guys can all attest, I believe, everybody in here that's an elected official, and even myself, you know, our names are on plaques and things that are forever on the village. And I just would like to see you guys give her something that was permanent. You know, 20 years from now, maybe they won't know who the Gina Thorson room is, but we do. So that's why I'm asking you to consider it.
Bill,
Take that under consideration.
Thank you. One other thing, can I ask, have you guys, anything been done with appointments for residents for the other committees yet? Not yet.
Doug? Maybe Doug?
We had very positive conversation earlier this week on committees and commissions, and hope to continue that positive conversation.
You said positive, correct?
I did.
I hear correct?
I said positive.
Okay.
I referred a couple residents to the board for consideration on committees, and they said they haven't been contacted yet. All right, well, that's my piece. I really hope you will consider that. You want me, Mayor, or them?
well, I'd like to be addressed. Is that all right? I don't want to speak with her. All right. I think that would be a wonderful tribute to Gina. Gina was everything you said she was. And she was very dedicated to the village and our Valentine's Day, everything she had something to do with. And I think it would be a wonderful thing to name that room after her.
Thank you. I don't think you can pick a bigger honor for her.
Hey, Bill. Hey, Bill. Sorry, Bill.
Chester wants to speak, and Bill.
I just want to say, Doug, we could take a look into that, right? Maybe you get a plaque. I mean, not, you know.
Yeah.
Not fancy. I mean, just a plaque. You know.
We can, you know, we can research how to memorialize Gina at the senior center with the senior center staff and figure out the right
All right.
place to do that.
Thanks, Doug.
Chester?
Bill, what I wanna say is, I just hope, Ed, you don't want your name on any street sign or any place.
I'm already on 2 buildings. I'm fine with
I know
that.
how you are.
I'm already on 2 buildings. I'm good, thanks.
Regarding committees, Deputy Mayor Meritato, Mr. Coker, and Village Administrator, they were having meetings with committees. It's a standstill. Somebody's holding it up. Some members, residents come to me, their names are on. They're waiting and waiting and waiting. I don't know what the holdup is anymore. It's a shame.
I sent you guys a couple of really good people. One's for Pat for your committee, and you know, now they're calling me to say, you know, no one got back to him. So I just hope you guys will expedite the process and consider those. You know, a resident that wants to participate at their own time and their own, you know, they get nothing out of it other than goodwill, is such a great thing. It's kind of an honor, and to leave them dangling, it's not fair to the resident.
Mr. Pope, let me, Mr. Pope, we had meeting, first meeting with the Deputy Mayor Pat, second meeting with Deputy Mayor Pat and with Mr. Flint. I am going very speedily and very efficiently, and we are almost done, you know. Only thing is, we have my secretary, she's calling those people. If they say yes, yes, it's done. What this guy, third on my side, left side, Ojak, I don't know his creative mind, he's evil-minded person.
I'm
He
not
thinks
evil-minded,
evil.
you are evil-minded.
He thinks he's a beggar, international beggar. He goes to stores, he gets free food. He goes to store, he gets $100 gift card, which is illegal under the ordinance as well as under the state law.
Say that again, I got a
Should I-
$100 card from what?
You told me you got $100,
For what?
$50, two gift card from Kai's restaurant.
Stay on track here.
You did it, right?
From where?
From Kai's restaurant.
People.
Can we-
You told me.
Can we get back to the
Did you-
meeting, please?
I don't know what he's talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
Mayor
You
Coker?
take free food, you take
Mayor
gift card free.
Coker.
I don't get free food.
You told me.
Oh my
You
God.
told me.
Silence.
That man is.
This is what you are doing.
Chester?
You call Hispanic people
Mayor?
slang, those,
Mayor?
words,
Would you like to
racist.
be removed?
Speak up now,
I'm listening to the chairman
Mayor.
talking.
You guys, we're moving on.
Okay, now we're all done with this nonsense.
Definitely.
What is the next, what's next on your agenda? What's next on the agenda?
Next on the agenda,
Ed, we're still.
Anybody else?
Ed, are you done?
We're still in public discussion.
Ed, are
Are you done, Ed?
I just want to say one quick other thing. I didn't mean, I'm not trying to open a can of worms where I know that gentleman that was here a couple weeks ago said, we can name anything after anyone and why couldn't it be his dad or whatever. Gina worked here for 20-plus years and she was a highly visible, recognizable, well-liked, well-loved. So I'm not trying to open up a can of worms. I'm just trying to correct something that in my opinion was just a slight oversight. And I think it would be a great way to honor her. So that's all I'm asking for you to consider. Thank you.
Mr. Epstein, Glendale Heights, Illinois. I concur with Ed's opinion on Gina. She definitely deserves the recognition and honor in this village. Okay, let's look at, this is something that was provided to me on a FOIA request. Mr. Kokar, congratulations, you only accepted $9,000 in 2022. That's your base salary. There's nothing listed here of you taking any additional monies or anything like that. Yet trustee number 5, over the last number of years, his base salary is $4,500, but in 6 times he took over $6,000. 7 times over $7,000, 2 times over $8,000. I guess trustee number 5 likes the village as its own piggy bank. And Mr. Kokar, do you realize in 2022, you got paid less than a very number of times missing clerk? The clerk was paid over $10,000 in 2022, yet you were only paid $9,000. And we know that you work a lot harder because I couldn't get anybody in here for election time or anything like this. This was a clerk that made it their business to be around when certain trustees needed them to be around. And the last one, the former president, just to give you an idea, 5 times the president had over $20,000 in a year, and with a high of $26,400 in one of the years. That was in 2006. That's after she wouldn't take the $9,000 any longer. She made expenses totaling, these trustees, the majority of them, have been using this village as their own piggy bank for the most part. Pat, I'm gonna say that you're one of the good ones. You don't submit expenses at all, that I can see, maybe a little bit. And Mr. Light hasn't, he's gone down since originally he came on, and he's in the range of just accepting his salary that he gets as being a trustee. If you don't like the job you want the pay or whatever, why don't you go work for a school board? They get paid nothing They are the true volunteers in this community, not these people using this as a piggy bank for themselves. Thank you.
Before you leave, I gotta talk to you.
No.
You already mentioned my name.
Okay.
You're just afraid of
Anybody
comfort.
else wish to address
Never
the
mind.
board?
I consider the source. You can't erase stupidity.
All right. As one of the handful of people under the age of 40 in this room, I'd like to thank everyone in this room for the continued disillusionment and
Speak
the
a little
ability-
louder.
I would like to thank everyone in this room for the continued disillusionment of local government for everyone under the age of 40. Thank you so much. I came here for a purpose, and I just did not expect this pageantry. That's unfortunate. The one thing I came here for is I'm sure that everyone is, well, first off, Richard Ambrose, Glendale Heights. I'm sure everyone's aware of the accident that happened on North Avenue and Glen Ellen yesterday. Car wrapped around a pole. I'm not 100% sure what happened in that accident. The reason I came here today is due to the red light camera, something that everyone should be familiar with considering the incident in Oak Brook Terrace at 83 and 22nd. This has been a continued issue in Oak Brook, a continued lawsuit. When I go to that light, about 3 cars make it through a left turn before it turns yellow. And then everyone slams on their brakes, causing it to be a dangerous hotspot for accidents. I work in driver safety. I worked in driver safety for 2 years. This is dangerous. Then when we go down Glen Ellen Road down to Army Trail, this is a much far less traffic intersection. The light is nearly double the time. Meanwhile, I have received multiple tickets from this company saying I took an illegal right turn or I didn't stop for 5 seconds. I have paid none of those tickets. I have called them, threatened litigation, and never heard from them again, which could only bring me to believe that something is probably not right there, especially if they're not pursuing the money that they have claimed I have infringed against the law so that they can claim. Sorry if I'm a little worked up. That was just a little wild watching all this. The second thing is Article 2, something that I now kind of understand considering some of the tomfoolery I've seen here. I see why you would want to limit the time of people to be able to speak. I also don't believe that that is the best measure to take. I do think that you are correct in saying that maybe speaking twice is too much, but if someone is to speak twice, I do believe in the ability to rebuttal, but maybe to put a time limit on that second time would be more realistic. That being said, if there's anything from the committee, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, anybody else?
Esther Wilk from Glendale Heights. I would like to tell you that we have a lot of dangerous spots. I live in Fullerton and Ardmore. On a Sunday, my husband and I counted 100 cars. 3 stopped at that stop sign. Tell me about it. You just sit there and watch them just.
Esther, if you can please just address.
Okay. What I want to say is thank you very much, Chief Pappas, for getting us the Bloodhound. If we needed it, we should get it. And I want to say that I think the board is doing a fantastic job, including, all you guys. And then I want to say that I was watching the meeting, the last meeting that was here, and there was a Hispanic man talking here, and he says that we should all be respecting him because we all voted for him. I don't know what planet he came from, but you only got 400 and something votes. There is 34,000 people here. You don't even belong here. You should just resign.
One last call, Bill.
Okay, I'm sorry. Not sure what to speak. Okay, Michael Ontiveros, Glendale Heights. Again, good evening, board members. And I wanted to answer a couple of those questions you brought up earlier about the meetings and the appointments. So I met with Chaudhry Kokar in his office on Monday to be interviewed for a volunteer position on the Planning and Property Enhancement Commissions. I told Mr. Kokar up front that I'm not applying for myself, but on behalf of the residents for the betterment of Glendale Heights. I discussed my extensive and impressive resume as to why I'm the best candidate for the positions. Despite being a resident for over 35 years, a construction and home inspection business owner here in Glendale Heights for over 23 years, Vice President and President for the Chamber of Commerce here in Glendale Heights, and also current President for a Homeowners Association in Glendale Heights with 398 units. Unfortunately, the only thing Mr. Carr was actually interested in, though, was not my resume, but was interested about cricket. Where do I stand on cricket, and should we allow it to give it to one individual? And I refused to participate in that discussion, instead redirecting the positions available for the Planning and Property Commissions instead. The meeting lasted for about a half hour to 35 minutes. The meeting ended with, "I'll get back to you." I knew right there and then it was a waste of my valuable time. And then, Mr. Kokar, that was $50 in your pocket, not mine. So I'm asking you directly, Mr. Kokar, just what is the criteria for the above commissions that will have you recommend someone to the board? Because you weren't clear as to what that was. And what does cricket have to do with the Planning and Property Enhancement Commission?
Number one, you came, we talked a lot. And after that, we discussed in last meeting with Mr. Flint, he was there, and Pat. And I believe Mr. Flint, he mentioned, are you not satisfied with his answer?
What?
Yesterday we talked about, commission, committee, and Pat was here. We talked about him too,
Tuesday.
Yeah, whatever day, We talk, and we mentioned that we are in the process. And my secretary, she's calling those people, and you are one of that.
I have not received a call.
I'm
readily
sorry if
available.
you did not receive, but she's calling. But you are trying to be more politician than, candidate,
No, sir.
You are.
As we discussed in the meeting
Listen,
when we
you
met
are,
one-to-one.
you are playing.
Who's the one
And
that
I don't
said-
want player
Who brought
over
up the
here,
election?
okay?
Who brought up the one that said, "Oh, I beat you by 2 votes," just so you know?
I needed
Who
one.
said that to me?
I
You
needed
did.
one to
That
win.
was one of the first
I
things you wanted
needed
to
one
reiterate to
win.
me.
I got double of that. That is election, that is court system, that is people. People love me on the street. The only thing is I don't have respect among these 6 people and some old group, And I don't care about
believe,
those.
Mr.
I
Kokar, that I
do
tried
not,
to tell you not
listen,
to
I
politicize the
do
meeting.
not
It
care.
was about the commissions.
I do not care about those
Okay,
people who
you're not
have no
answering-
respect or they want me to resign. I
Once
am not
again,
going to
hold on,
resign,
sir. Once
period.
again, answer the question
Period.
that I asked you.
If someone does not want me,
What is
he or
the
she should resign.
criteria for the position? Answer the question.
I
directly.
answered you.
You did not.
What type of answer you like,
What is the criteria for the position? Give me at
This
least
is
5
not for
bullet
that.
points.
This board meeting is not for criteria. You can come to my office and talk about that.
That's another $50.
Yes, look.
So I'm asking a direct question, you're not giving me a direct answer.
I said,
And I think
this
we
is-
all
this
deserve
board,
an answer so we
this,
know what
right
the
now, this board
criteria
is not discussing criteria, You can come to my office, yes, I can talk with you. You can talk with me, you can talk with Pat, he's deputy mayor. You can talk with, Mr. Flint, he's a village acting administrator. A lot of people are here. You are targeting me because
I'm asking a question to
I
you because I
answered you
interviewed
in a
with
very
you.
nice way, very humble way. And I want nice, good people, decent people who wants to involve with the village business. Yes, we want those people. There's no exception, We want those people. I don't want people who come here to fight, who want, criticize me for nothing. I want positive criticism. Yes, if you have good ideas, yes, we love. And during my interview, I mentioned to you, and you are not satisfied, you can come again to my office.
Okay, so my questions weren't answered for the record. Thank you.
I'm just curious, how did cricket come up for a planning commission position? It has nothing to do with the position.
I can
Let
guarantee
me
that,
explain.
I can guarantee you that it did not come from my lips.
Let me explain, how it came, Yes, day before yesterday we had meeting with Mr. Pat, Trustee Pat, and Mr. Flint, He said he's working for the best interest of the village of Glendale Heights.
Yes, I am.
What he said, Pat Maritato.
Absolutely.
His best interest is he favored and they gave cricket field, 3 cricket field to just one person. That is, this trustee
Again, here we go again.
trustee
Yeah,
second,
trustee Siddiqui.
his relative. He's
what
not
does that-
opening his
what does
mouth.
that have to
That's
do with
best
me?
interest. Then bid came 120,000 and they did not give to anybody. That is best interest, you know. His whole family is on the village payroll.
I'm just
That
gonna-
is best
interested.
interest. you know.
I'm asking
I'm
you a
just gonna
specific.
say.
That's the reason
I'm
it
just
came
gonna
up, you
say
know.
one thing, that
This
he
came
can-
up because
he
all
can
these
go
six
up-
trustees.
He can go off the deep end, but I'm not here to debate him,
Yeah.
because debating him is like debating a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
So I'm not here to debate. I'm here to run the village as best as I can with the rest of this board.
Putting whole
If they
family
don't
on
like
the
it, they can do
payroll,
whatever they like to do.
giving to favorite person, and that is still, you know, I'm 5-year-old. I raise at all these questions. A banquet hall was losing $500,000 average every year. They did not care about that.
I'm sorry, it's not, I didn't ask that question.
You can come to
So
my
you
office
keep
again.
going around
Yeah.
in circles, so if you don't want to answer the question, say, I don't want to answer the question.
I gave you answer and then said, if you're not satisfied, you can come to my office again. I don't know what answer you want.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
Mr. Ontiveros, just to save you time, I just want to give you a very short answer, and it's a Turkish proverb. When a clown moves into a palace, he doesn't become a king. The palace becomes a circus. That's a simple, just a very short answer for your question.
Another thing is, if you put a monkey on the lion, monkey does not
Okay.
become lion, you know.
Okay, enough. Mr. Ontiveros, are you finished?
I'm done, yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else have anything? Okay, we will move on to a presentation by Mike Todorovic.
I'm happy to go less if you guys wanna get all the rest of the village business out of the way.
Do you want to?
No, you go by the, I think it's.
Well,
But I think technically we should put Mike last because the trustees' issues would go first.
Yes.
okay. All right.
So I think the mayor would be first.
Elected officials by the mayor.
Seasonal,
No, it's by
Elected,
number one.
elected officials.
Okay.
that was the software by,
No,
That was number
that's-
2, but we'll put that at the end.
Mayor started the whole
Elected-
conversation asking to talk about elected officials.
oh, okay.
Mr. Flint and Mr. Mike, during last meeting, we talked about Ed Body Shop. The son of one trustee, he's owning running business, and he's running business without permit. And during board meeting, I asked you and Mr. Flint, give me report on how come he is running that business without permit, number one. Number two, why he's running, because he is related to trustee. That's the only thing. Village ordinance rules do not apply to trustees and their relatives.
No, the owner has been cited several times for running the business. The process of those citations is to pay them. We then continue compliance. We've upped the compliance measures to more frequent citations, but the business has been cited several times in the last year.
How many times last year?
I don't have that in front of me.
You mentioned 2 times.
I don't have that I don't have that number in front of me, I don't know.
Can you please get next time?
Sure.
And
Certainly, we can look and provide that. I think prior to last week, after you mentioned it, the last one, I think might have occurred around December or January. So it's been probably, at this point, 10 months, but we followed up on it last week per your request.
yes, I want 100% compliance, that resident as well as these trustees, they should be treated equally under law, fairly, no exception, including myself, mayor of Glendale Heights. No exception, I was given part ticket, I paid that. I'm that person. So please, next time, yeah, thank you very much.
Is he referring to the business? Is he referring to it?
I'm not paying attention to him. I
Yes.
don't know.
You want to say something?
Are you referring to Ed and Sons?
Ma'am, is your son?
Yes.
And to me, these trustees, what I believe, they are exempt from rules and regulation. And as a mayor, I don't like that, My resident, as well as anybody, trustee, mayor, they should be treated under law, under rules and regulation of Glendale Heights, as well as state law, under state constitution, as well as under US Constitution, same, equally, fairly, period. No exception.
No exceptions. You are just getting angry with.
I'm not angry.
Yes,
I'm not angry.
because I'm a trustee and I'm not agreeing with everything you do. You shouldn't have anything to do with this. This has nothing to do with you, what happens between you and I. Why pick it out on my son's business?
Ma'am, this is rules and regulation of Village of Glendale Heights, state law, and US Constitution, state constitution, Illinois state. I want everybody be treated equally, fairly. If one permit is required for a resident, it should be required by trustee, elected official, as well as a relative, no exception. I'm not
But you
doing
don't
anything
abide by
illegal.
all the laws.
You call me angry,
When
I am
they-
angry, because
Excuse
there is
me.
violation of rules and regulation. I don't like that. I am different person. I'm not like, mom, dad's village,
May
This
I
is-
speak?
This village belongs to people.
Would you let me speak now?
Yes, please.
All right.
Yeah, you can
Last meeting, when they said that only the employees drive cars, you said, well, I'm going to drive the car. So, I mean, you can't say that you're higher than the employees just because you're the mayor. You have to follow the laws too, but you don't want to follow the laws. You just want to say other people have to follow the laws. But what about you following the laws? Look at the things that you have done to destroy this community.
Listen, you started this. I use my personal car for village business for 2 years at least. I did not file for those mileage,
Is that true?
Did he,
Is that true, Mr. Flynn?
Mr. Flynn, did I file for mileage ever?
Have you filed for mileage? No.
For 2 years, I use my personal car. I use gas, I use
Well,
my
that's what
time.
you're supposed to use.
No, not supposed to, It's not supposed to. When I'm going for village business, you control, board. I'm not the controller. There's a reason evil things are going step by step.
When we
Look,
go to
this guy is waving head, He told me that he got, 2 gift cards from Kai's restaurant, and he did not charge, he did not pay.
Bill.
He told me. This is what village trustees
What
are
do you mean,
going.
I told you? I don't talk to you.
Okay. Hey,
When do I ever talk to you?
We stay on topic.
This is topic, what mayor is doing, Mayor is doing according to law.
Okay.
I do not get contract for my relatives.
Mayor, character
Yeah.
assassination is not on topic.
No, this
Let's-
is
please.
village business, and this is not character assassination, it's violation,
Okay.
Right.
Let's move on.
I just have to add one thing, Mr. Chairman. Since Mr. Coker said so many times, these trustees, I just want to remind the people and the board, none of the trustees is indicted for doing the falsifying the
okay.
police report,
Well,
only the mayor.
Okay.
Just,
let's-
since he's
No,
been
please.
doing this,
Okay, you wanted to bring up seasonal?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It's my turn?
Your
Okay,
turn.
thank you. All right, seasonal market, Mr. Keith, now we are getting into the winter.
Yep.
So I'm thinking about, are we moving the market to inside, or what's the plan for that? Because since that market is going really great, a lot of people are enjoying that, so what's the plan?
I have not been approached about moving it inside. We could certainly look at that, but we would have to do it after December. We couldn't do it until December because we're doing our gym floors in October, or in November, I'm sorry.
Okay, so is Tanya, are we fine with that, or can we, because I know the vendors are coming in and they just don't want any
We
interruption,
can
is
work
there any
together
other
to
way?
figure out a plan.
I'll have a meeting with Keith. We'll get
Okay.
it done.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah, because the people really like that, and it's a great initiative, take by Tanya Mako. And I was also thinking about, I talked to Tanya about the community garden. I know you are busy, so and she is willing to help on that, on the community garden. So
Okay.
maybe we can, include and
We actually had our kickoff meeting for the community garden today.
Okay.
So the
So
contractor has got some parameters they're working on. We should have some information coming back to the board probably within the next month.
Okay, so why don't you include Tanya as well in that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do we have a location?
Yeah, College Park.
There weren't as many vendors out there today as there usually is, and when I called a couple of them up, because there were certain things that I really enjoy buying from them, they said they didn't know was going to continue, and I said, well, we're going to be going inside. I didn't know we were gonna wait till December to go inside though.
We'll find room for them.
We'll figure it
We'll
out.
figure it out, Mary.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Okay, no, I haven't done. So, number 2 is on Western and North Avenue, or maybe it's for the parks. There is a place over there where there is a lot of grown shrubs. We did remove those ones, and I think we do not control those. Those are done by the DuPage County, I believe.
On the east side?
East, yeah, going east on that, right where we have this boat, there is a drainage area.
Right.
So you cannot see the traffic coming from going eastbound, and
Okay.
so if we can remove those shrubs, there is I think when Joanne was there, she approached, I think it comes under DuPage County, and DuPage County has to come in and do the cleaning.
Off of North Avenue.
Yeah, like right by the North Avenue, you will see it's quite grown up. So any person who is coming from Western going southbound and wanna go west on North Avenue could not see the traffic eastbound because those shrubs. Number 3, key card access. So before I was coming to this board meeting, I just saw your email, Mr. Flint, about this key card access, and I really don't understand what is the love-hate kind of relationship of mayor of this, that he wants to take our key card, like access to our offices. So what is that, Mr. Coker? You asked Mr. Flint again to email us to surrender our access card. So I have no problem doing that, but every time I'll be calling you, Mr. Flint, if I need to access to my office. And if you are willing to do that, I will.
Only if I'm here.
Let me, he said, he addressed to me question, the question is, that this is administrative job, number 1. Administration control is not board. And I'm the head of administration.
You are just an elected member, so
Listen,
are
listen.
we. We
You
are
listen,
elected
you-
member. So
listen.
you are also, you don't think that you are a king or you can do this. You are an indicted mayor, a person who was indicted for falsifying the police report. That's what your resume says. That's all. So don't just think that, oh, I am the mayor, I am the mayor. Whatever you are an indicted person.
Mr. Siddiqui, I told Mr. Coker the last board meeting,
Your mugshot was an embarrassment to this village.
Exactly.
he turns his key card in, I'll turn mine in.
This is administrative function, and as a chief administrator,
So why you are forcing him to take our key
Yes,
cards? Why you
I
are
had to
asking
talk
him again
to-
and again?
he's assisting me in this matter, and we want that you people don't go to
You
direct and
people,
waste
look at
your
this,
time.
you people.
You go, and this guy, same
This
guy,
guy
he
did-
goes
wants
to
our respect. He
different
calls us you
people. He wastes time of the employees.
Look at this.
He wastes his
How
time.
he talked to us.
Yes, so for that,
Yeah.
I waste
you
time
know,
with employees.
listen, the thing is,
Oh my
No,
God.
listen,
This
just
man-
listen,
keep
this,
quiet.
mine.
these
It's my time
keyboard
to
you
talk.
have to return me.
Whatever.
You are
So
not,
it's-
you are not
it's-
employee of the village. You are not even a part-time
So we
employee.
need to finish this key card because I am
Circus, I'm not
tired
getting
of,
into
getting
Mr.
those
Chairman,
emails.
one should
of
talk,
yours.
one
Yes.
should
Say
talk at a
something.
time,
And he's out.
Mayor?
Yes, again, as I mentioned, this is administrative function, and as a chief administrator, he does not know. maybe he doesn't know, and he does not know, he wants me to resign, Why don't you resign?
Everybody wants you to
No,
resign,
no,
not only
okay.
me.
A mugshot
the thing is,
picture, when you Google Glendale
thing is,
Heights, that's what Glendale Heights stands for.
I, again, I'm
mugshot
emphasizing,
picture.
you return,
Yes.
all those trustees
Mugshot
return
picture
your,
by
that's
district
fine.
attorney office.
That's in the court, I believe in court system,
yeah.
it's not that I'm doing anything.
That's why you filed
under
a
the
lawsuit
table.
against me.
I
Yeah.
stopped lot of money, I'm saving lot of money off this village.
Okay,
Yes,
everybody.
Yes, Mr. Flint.
Out of order,
let me,
we'll go on to Mr. Todorovic.
I have one more, you wanted the
Chester?
trustees to say something.
We're finished.
I'm not finished.
You're finished.
All right, next month, I'll
Okay.
tell you.
yeah.
Okay, Mike?
This is ridiculous.
Hey, Mike, did you start this off?
In what respect?
No. He's gonna finish though. Let's go.
So I'll keep it short.
We moved them to the end, man.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, that was the question.
Okay.
Yeah, I requested to go last. So I'll keep this short. Today when you went into your offices, you probably all noticed something in your inbox. It's a memorandum I prepared for Administrator Flint for the software recommendation for the Community Development Department. As many of you are aware, it's been the desire of staff, administration, and the village board for us to improve our processes, optimize our workflows, just generally provide a better level of service to our residents. And the way that we need to move forward is integrate into the digital age. All of our processes are effective, not all, but the vast majority of our processes are effectively paper. We're working off of some legacy solutions presently. And so what I've been working on since roughly December, I've been interviewing vendors to provide us a software that we can completely integrate all of our operations into. It's called Enterprise Resource Planning Software. And so we interviewed 7 vendors. We cut that list down to our finalists 3. We went through another second round of interviews. We discussed our needs, took a really deep dive into the final 3 solutions. And what this memorandum does is it lays out community development's recommendation for the software. What I would like to do is I would like to bring the vendor that we have recommended in for a demonstration at the next committee of the whole. So you can all have an idea of what that software solution is and how it will integrate with our operations, if that is the will of the board.
Oh, definitely, sure.
Good job, Mr. Mike Fedorovic.
Bill? Okay. Pat?
I was talking to Doug earlier. Is this gonna be Doug, is this gonna be in the next budget? The cost?
We're gonna be bringing this forward, prior to mid-budget, so you'll have it before you prior to mid-budget.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Okay, anything further? That's it?
If there's no other questions, then I'll leave it at that. I'll look forward to bringing the vendor in at the next meeting.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Mohammed, second.
Second.
Pat?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned.